Hebu niambie, tukifunga kipindi, ni mambo gani ambayo nataka labda serikali ifanye, labda shirika za insurance zifanye, ili biashara yenu ikuwe mzuri, iweze kusimama, iweze kupata faida? Ni mambo mangapi? Labda mawili, matatu unaweza kutuelezea?
Serikali atuangalie maneno ya mafuta kwanza. Mafuta iende chini ndio watu waweze kupata na waweze kulea watoto wao, na tuweze kuendelea, nchi yetu ende mbele. Ya pili, asimamie vile NHIF inaendeleza watu waende hospitali, watusimamia insurance, watusimamia insurance company, asitunyanyaze. Government asimamia, haone wananchi wako sawa. Hata gari kibata accident, juu hata watu wawili gari naanguka inaua watu 10. Watu 10 insurance ikataa kulipa, mwenyewe inakuja kuchotwa nyumbani na hataweza kulipa. Ndio maana tumeweka insurance kwa gari. Na government akisimamia hiyo vitu mbili, na tutakuwa sawa. Ya tatu, sahi tangu COVID imeanza, na tukuwa tunataka COVID na ni Mungu ameleta, na tunapambana. Na tangu COVID imeanza na tukawekewa 60%. Na kama hoteli inafungua, clubs inafungua, government tangu akaweka 60% matatu ajaibadilisha na ajaiongea. Sijui kwa nini ni government kama aoni matatu kama iko Kenya ama iko matatu akifunga siku moja, na hata government officers hizi enda kazi, na tutakuwa tumelala. Kwa hivyo tunaenda hasara. Government atuangalie hizo maneno ya matatu, na tutengeleze maneno ya mafuta, ndio tuweze kuwa sisi pia tukue kama wananchi wengine, tuendeleze kazi.
Kwa sekunde 30, ni mawaidha gani unaweza patia mtu ambaye anataka kuingia hii biashara ya matatu? Labda ameweka pesa kiasi, labda 500,000, something like that, labda imefika milioni, anasema mimi nataka kununua matatu, nianzishe hii biashara. Ni jambo lipi la msingi anafaa kuzingatia kabla aingie hii biashara?
Dakika hii kuna mtu anapenda na roho matatu kama mimi. Napenda matatu na roho. Na naweza danganya aingie matatu, ataenda hasara. Matatu ina maneno mingi. Stress ya matatu ni mingi.
So asiingie, hivyo ndio unasema
saa hii dakika hii asiingie. Juu hata akiingia, government bado nasikia kuna kitu naitwa BRT ameleta kwa barabara, nasikia ni tunatetemeka, bado tuko 50-50. Tunataka anguka ama tutafanya nini? Ukitaka kuuza gara kuna mtu ananunua. Unajua government akileta kitu yao, government ni kubwa, na tutakuwa maskini. Itakuwa shida.
Asante kwa kuzungumza nasi na kutupatia mawaidha na maoni yako. You will have the final word on the show. You said something that is so important that I think a lot of our viewers are responding to, about how everybody treats and looks at those who are in the matatu sector. You know, they want to extract from it without putting anything back. What would be your final thoughts on all of this? Shoko is worried, rightfully so, about BRT, about, the commuter train system, about literally government getting into a sector that they've largely stayed out of. And then just your final words to anyone who might be wanting to invest. Should they, like Shoko says, wait a while and see how things develop?
Yeah, I think I would like to address a few things. The first thing, I want to emphasize the issue of insurance. Insurance is full of cartels, from ambulance chasers to police cartels to doctors who are giving fake injuries, to magistrates who are giving arbitrary. So insurance becomes a big issue. So the other issue that I want to address is that we need a training institute so that we are able to provide good training and create careers in public transport. 3, the other thing that the government needs to look at, as he was talking about advance tax, now there is the minimum tax that is coming. Now, maybe he's not aware that the government is going to ask him that for the last 3 months, though he did not operate, he carried half the passengers. The government told people to stay at home. It closed schools. It locked the area, so the people who used to come back, they are going to ask him to pay a minimum tax on the revenues that he already earned and made a loss. So the issue of minimum tax has come in. The other issue that I will start wondering is that When it comes to calling these operators super spreaders of COVID-19, when it comes to economic stimulus, nobody thinks about them. When it comes to closing the curfew, nobody thinks that after the curfew, how do these people go home? So they cannot even be told that if you have a badge, you should be allowed to go home and pass. They are harassed, they are all over. If you go to our prisons, the people who are being jailed, the youthful people who are just trying to learn, they are the ones filling our prisons right now just because he broke a rule here, then he's taken to court because of naivety or something, and he's jailed. So these people, the workers in the industry, need to be looked at. So when we come to the investors themselves, the investors have got many challenges. And one of the challenges I want to talk about is how do we finance public transport in this country? How do we bring on board these people? How do we invest in better capacity vehicles? Because I've had us concentrate a lot on matatu, but maybe I just want to correct that a matatu technically is a vehicle that carries below 25 passengers, and a bus carries above
25,
and
40,
above. Now there's a group of inter-urban operators who, from the time the COVID started, Nairobi was locked. They have never operated from Mombasa to Kisumu, and that was where they were making a living from. Their buses are packed. Nobody's thinking about them.
So I have 30 seconds. What's your final advice on how to be profitable? What's the one thing to anyone, investor? How are the tricks in 30 seconds? I'm sorry. 30
seconds is that, first of all, the government must stop licensing. The country is overbuzzed, in my opinion. First of all, and then sit down and start regulating it properly. There are many ways to do. As an investor, if you have money outside there, kindly do not come to invest in the bus. In fact, we are saying if the government wants us to give them buses to buy, we are very ready, since they are interested, to give them the buses to buy. For anybody who wants to buy, and we are now being moved from, for example, everybody is being told to stay out of the city, the terminals are coming, and there is no real coordination in terms of when people move from Green Park, what is going to happen. So you have COVID, you are carrying halfway, they want to move you, the investor is on your neck. The banks, we would like to ask government, the president especially, when we started the COVID-19 issue, banks were told to stay off and wait. Can they please wait?
Can they please wait? That's the rallying call. Thank you so much, Edwin Mukavana. We also had Shoko Beko. Asante sana kwa kuja kwa kipindi. And to all our guests who joined us via our reporters across the country here in Nairobi, Ongata Rongai, and in Nakuru. Essentially getting a reality check. I must admit, I went into this and I have learned so much from the show. I hope you have as well. Brian saying the show doesn't disappoint. Matatu has been dissected. Someone like Shoko is a person you would see and assume is living large with 30 matatus. How do we make it better so that people make a profit and not just losses? Well, you've heard from our guests today on just what needs to be done to make this more profitable. Thanks for watching the show. As always, it's good to see you again. We hope to see you again next week on Monday. I'm Yvonne Okwara Matole. Good afternoon.